your boy Trey. Spot on Sports with another week coming back to the SOS discussion. Got my boy Jamar on here
What's up?
and my boy Dez.
What's up, baby? I'm here again. Let's go.
All right, we're gonna get into a few questions y'all can discuss. The first question is it finals or bust for Giannis and the Bucks?
Finals or bust? I don't think it's finals or bust. I think they got a good opposition on the other side of being the Clippers or the Lakers. But I believe this is a big year for the Clippers. I mean, this is the year they supposed to win it in Giannis's eyes. Giannis looking for what else is out there after he gets done with the Bucks. I personally think Giannis is staying thick or thin with Milwaukee. I feel like he loved the place over there. But I think Milwaukee got a chance. I feel like Milwaukee has a chance, but I feel like a Western Conference team gonna win it this year, in my opinion.
All right, that's something to follow up on. We talked in the earlier segment, and I said that LeBron was just might as well give him the crown, might as well give him the ring. So it's kind of tough to follow up with. But can I say it's finals or bust for Milwaukee? Most definitely. Most definitely. The only team that carries more media coverage besides the Lakers right now is Milwaukee and whatever Giannis. So when Giannis blink twice, they own it. This is finals, but you had the best team arguably last year. You arguably have the best team this year. Your coaching is wonderful. You got the whole team with you. Chris Middleton hooping out of his mind. Bro, Bledsoe's still nice. Like, the team is nice, bro. There's no reason for them not to at least be facing LeBron and the Lakers in the finals, 100%. Like, honestly, there should be nobody else in the finals. But I know the Clippers, nice, but they gonna walk through the East. They gonna walk right through the East. Now, Toronto, they nice, they wonderful. I respect it. But that's gonna slow down, and it's gonna come down to who has the best coach and the best players on the court. Bro, Milwaukee, dude. Milwaukee.
And
Even shooting threes now? Like, come on, bro. Milwaukee.
I agree with you saying, but I don't know if I can define it as boom or bust or nothing, because I just believe you look at like the Lakers. I feel like you look at the way it's constructed. You got an older LeBron. You got certain types of players with championship pedigree. It's like, okay, these guys have to win a championship this year. When I look at Giannis, I look at a whole career still left for Giannis. I look at a whole career where he's going to be the face of the NBA. I look at it as Giannis got time to get a championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, LeBron didn't get his first championships immediately. Now did he go to the finals and lose? Yeah. But I think it's not finals or nothing for the Bucks and for Giannis.
Finals
Giannis got a whole
nothing, bro. You got it. Well, again, they didn't say we didn't ask, or they didn't ask us if they win the finals. He said, "Is it finals or nothing?" And it's finals. See, they got to get there. Anything below that is a disappointment. Anything below that is a knock on. Just like we always hear, it was the Jordan versus LeBron argument. Well, LeBron never lost in the first round. Jordan did. That's what they're gonna say. If they get bumped in the first round and they come to 10 years from now, is Giannis or LeBron? Well, Giannis lost in the first round in 2020 with the Asterisk Championship. Like, what the crap, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? No, it's finals, but you was able to lose last year safely. Y'all got better this year, not worse. You didn't lose a bunch of players. Y'all retained the team while the Lakers and everybody else was adding pieces and da-da-da-da. No, bro. You got to go and at least get to the finals. Are we going to be mad if Baby Giannis loses to King James? No, we ain't going to be mad about that. We're glad you got there. LeBron lost his first finals. He didn't win his first one. He lost his first one. And his second one. So we okay with you losing, but you got to get there. Giannis got to get there, especially coming out the East. Giannis got to get there.
I completely agree with that. Now that we put it on that level of playing field on just making the finals. But we do got to mention they did lose Brogdon in the offseason. That was a big loss in my opinion.
It was. He was a big man right there in the center. Just kind of helping that offense run, especially defensively too. But again, everybody lose somebody. They lose Giannis. They lose Chris Middleton. You know what I'm saying? Not to disrespect him at all as a player, but that's not the same as losing Giannis or losing. You know what I'm saying? OKC lost KD one year. You know what I mean? Like. The Pacers lost Paul George at some point. Like, you didn't lose your star guy. You lost a good role player.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Trey, what you think? I know you got opinions on this with the Celtics and all them in the East. What you think, man?
Hey, man, I'm supposed to be just hosting, but I told y'all, if he don't make the finals, he going on the choke list. He's gonna be going on the choke list.
With your boy James Harden, right?
No, James Harden on the choke list. He been in He been in the finals. Been in the West Conference Finals 3 times. He on the choke list.
Yeah,
No, but when we went to the finals, it was with KD and Westbrook, bro. That wasn't with everybody.
He won 6-man that year. Give him his credit.
He did. And he disappeared in the playoffs like he always does.
No, Dez, you gonna get back to Giannis.
My bad now. I'm just saying. My bad.
Last year he was up 3-0 with Game 3 going in overtime. He lost that. He lost 4 straight to the Raptors. They should have won that. I don't care. Nobody say he should have won that. The year before that, he lost to Rookie Tatum. Rookie Tatum sent him home. When you had home court and the better team, they didn't have Kyrie. They had Terry Rozier start. I just feel like
Rookie Tatum spent the summer with Kobe though. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey man,
Rookie Tatum spent the summer with Kobe. Hey Jamar, you know he's lying. You know he's lying, Jamar. He spent the summer with Kobe.
It was still Rookie.
Rookie Tatum postseason was not Rookie Tatum. That was 2 different people.
This man is probably about to be back-to-back MVP. They're gonna give him Defensive Player of the Year. I'm just saying, he don't make it to the finals. I just feel like he on the choke list. That's just my opinion. And then I feel like if he don't make it to the final, another thing we look at, he gonna start questioning, can he win in Milwaukee? And they already saying Golden State trying to line up their little cookies and chips, and they trying to make another run and another superstar. And hey man, they already did it with KD. They get him in their room, get another Hampton Fire.
Yeah, but that was after KD spent 7-8 years in OKC. Tired, bro. Westbrook hurt every year. Oh, Westbrook not hurt. Now he's taking bad shots to finish the game. You trying to hit game winners when I'm here, like, bro, I'm the dude. I would have left too. That's not the situation.
But I think something to talk about on the free agency thing. We really need to talk about this. The culture of the NBA wasn't like that when LeBron and KD were in there. It took LeBron doing something crazy for the KD to say, all right, I can just go and jump ship like this. I think if there was no LeBron, there would be no KD. I think the culture of the NBA, I feel like Giannis could go to the Warriors, and KD already done it, so it's not going to shame his legendary status or whatever early. So I think Giannis would be more inclined to go somewhere else and not feel like the villain because 2 guys already took the bullet for him. But I think Giannis is going to stay. But when it comes to what Trey was saying in terms of the playoffs, I think something worth mentioning that I've recognized every time Giannis goes to the playoffs. Teams start guarding the Milwaukee Bucks differently in the playoff. Just like they're almost playing regular. Like we got to talk about playoff run. We're talking about playoff defense against the Bucks, and it's like they build this stuff that's particularly against Giannis.
You don't think that the Bucks have seen that and noticed? You don't think they know in the playoffs? They already game plan for these different situations. How are we going to use this? You already see, if you've been watching the games in the bubble, Giannis is already starting to stretch his shot out to get better. They see what these people is doing. They saw them double teaming Giannis. They let him stay out and then forcing him to come inside, blocking the outside guys. I was playing a boxing one. You know what I mean? Like, we're just gonna box these, and then crash on him when he come in. That's all they did. And so now you see Giannis. Okay, we already know in the playoffs these games don't really count. Let me stretch that 3 out. Let me see if that mid range is hitting. He see what he's doing, bro. He see what's going on, man. The coaching season's going on. They're trying to make sure. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a couple of losses in the bubble, but then when the playoffs hit, we got some for there. Come on, boy. You see it.
I saw him turn the ball over when it was down 3. He didn't shoot the 3. He passed up a shot. It ain't hitting.
Hey, LeBron passed us some shots too. So LeBron passed us some shots too. Remember the Chris Bosh? You know, come on now. LeBron passed some shots too, man.
Speaking of LeBron, we're gonna switch it over to the West. The Mavericks lost again to the Clippers today. And they over there struggling in the bubble down in Orlando. Is it cause for concerns?
Cause for concerns, yes. I think they're a young team. We got a couple guys who ain't been in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? We got a bunch of guys who ain't been in the playoffs. Bunch of guys who obviously aren't performing in the bubble when it comes to crunch time. I think it is a cause for concern, especially with them playing like this and can't get momentum going into their first playoff appearance since Dirk. And so I think it's something to be aware of. But I think they're also a wild card team. I think I mentioned this a while ago. We was talking in private, but like the Mavs shoot a lot of threes, and if they can get hot for a series, I don't think they can beat the Lakers or the Clippers. But you give me anybody else, I think the Mavs could beat anybody in the playoffs, in my opinion, if they get hot at the right time. You got a 7-footer shooting the basketball. If we really been watching these games, Porzingis has been playing like Porzingis lately. Like Porzingis has come back and forth. We've been seeing him like hiding in Doncic's shadow, not trying to overstep on his shoes, but nah. Porzingis has been balling out. And I feel like if Porzingis and Doncic and they can come around them, I think they can beat somebody they ain't supposed to beat in a series. So, yes, there's cause for concern, but I also think they can surprise some people.
They sitting at 2-2, man. They sitting at 2-2. Let's be real. They should be 3-1. The Rockets hit the luckiest shot. The Rockets hit a shot they shouldn't have made. You know, and again, bro, you know, I got all love for, you know, I live in Dallas, and I got love for both teams, man. So I don't have no, you know, beef between either. Rockets not. They hit the right shot. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes luck is better than being good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say they 2.5 and 2. That's their record to me. 2.5 and 2. They won that game.
Ain't no half games in NBA, dog.
Hey man, hey. Right now it's a half. Right where I am in Connecticut, they 2.5 and 2. All right. But no, all I'm saying is I can't sit here and freak out yet. Now on the 8th, I think the next game is against the Bucks, who I think is the best team in the East. I think if they can show that they can compete with them, I'm cool. Now if they get smacked by the Bucks, because they got smacked by the Clippers, they did. They get smacked by the Bucks. You might start scratching a little bit now, but right now, am I freaking out right now? Not so much, man. You still got a good team. You still got guys who are still rusty. You know, we saw today Porzingis really take a step up and start kind of leading that team a little bit that we hadn't seen before. We saw him putting up them buckets. We saw him the quick three-pointer off the leader before the buzzer. We said, you know, there's some good basketball going on that's coming out. If it takes guys 2 or 3, you know, you don't come out after not touch the ball for 4 months and then just come out strapping. Some people take longer than others. You know what I mean? So I can't freak out about Dallas just yet. Let me see how they play against Giannis and them boys in the next game. And if they get smacked, now I'm worried. Because now you're going to play 2 contenders, the Clippers and Milwaukee, the Bucks, on both ends, the East and the West. You got smacked by both teams, now I'm worried. You compete against this team, you even beat them, but we're just going to say compete. You lose by 1, 2, you know what I'm saying, less than 10. I'm not worried just yet.
Hey, I think they're like 1 and 3 because they lost to the Suns, the Clippers, and the Rockets, and they beat the Kings.
They beat the Kings. They lost to the Clippers.
They lost to the Suns.
They lost to the Suns. They lost. Who they lose to, Jamal? They lost to who?
They lost to the Suns by 2. They beat the Kings. They got smacked by the Clippers, and they lost to the Rockets. So yeah.
But I will say I don't know. Like
my bad. That's on me. I counted the Nuggets game. That was right when the season ended. That's my fault. I counted the wrong game.
But I will say the Clippers game. I don't believe they got smacked by the Clippers. If you watch the game, I feel like the Mavericks were in the game till like what was it, like 6 minutes, 5 minutes?
Yeah. When they took off,
and it was just you know. And so I can understand if you define that as. I mean, that was the better team, and they played better in prime time. But also, the Mavericks were very competitive, winning the game for most parts of the game, I think. And I don't know. Like, this is why I say they're just a wild card team. Like, it's hard to really say, and we can't really be worried because they're not meant to win it. So it depends on what you define it as, in my opinion. So I like where the Mavs are at. Show a little bit more in crunch time. They'll be all right.
Any more remarks, Des? You done?
Nah. He said what he had to say.
All right, man. It's another episode of SOS Discussions. It's Spot On Sports, but we're not just accurate. We're spot on. It's your host, Trey. Got my boy, Des.
Love y'all, man.
And my boy, Jamal.
Yes, sir. Peace out.
And we out. This peace. Have a nice day. Go on YouTube, Spot On Sports. Hit the link, subscribe, follow everything. Love y'all. Peace.